my guy Jake Paul. Come on.
Here we go.
Let's work. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people seen the fight, you know what I'm saying? Jake Paul came out working, you know, nothing too crazy, slight, you know what I'm saying, first few rounds. Then Tyron Woodley, you know, got used to his Jake Paul's rhythm, and low key Jake Paul ended up getting a little tired like the fourth round. I didn't know if he was gonna pull it through.
He was nervous.
I dropped one time. Luckily, the rope saved him. But all in all, Jake Paul, I think he tried to. Well, he swung a lot more. I think he swung like I believe he threw like 40, 50 more punches. I think if Tyron Woodley would have showed up in the first two rounds, it might have been better. He might would have had a better chance to win. But what y'all think about this past Sunday?
Did you watch the fight, Mercy?
No, I just heard about it.
Okay. Well,
I can't comment too much, but go ahead.
Same thing Dom said. Like, Woodley had a chance, and I don't think he took like full advantage. Yeah. Throughout the fight, you could just see like it looked like there was opportunities for him to like step in, get some jabs in, get a power hook, whatever.
Yeah.
He never threw them jumps. Then fourth round comes, lands that jump, puts Jake on the ropes. I was like, okay, he's comfortable. I'm going for the black man. So I was over there locked in. Like first two rounds, Jake was doing his thing. Gotta give credit to him. But I think Woodley would have had a better chance had he fought. And then at the end, I don't know if we're gonna jump ahead too far, but at the end when he was like running back, it's like, bro, you had a chance to fight and you didn't fight. He was moving around the ring.
The thing I did learn is, doesn't Willie have a background in MMA?
Yes.
So it's like
first ballot Hall of Famer.
I still think boxing and MMA is different.
UFC fighter.
It is.
Huh?
But I'm like in my head, I'm like he's a fighter, and Jake Paul's like a YouTuber.
If you count wrestling, you can say his whole life. If you count wrestling, so you could probably say for 30 years, this motherfucker was doing something with wrestling or combat sports. 30 years, and Jake Paul's been. I believe he's been training for like 3 months. 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
3 or 4 years. All right, so that's gonna get to my next topic with Jake Paul because I want to go a little bit further. Won't be too long, Marcina, but I need to talk about my guy.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
This is the thing. People, let's talk about Jake Paul as far as the entertainment. People don't fuck with him, but I love it, right? So if you want to think about these past 20 years, we have not had let's try to name let's name all the athletes. We'll call Jake Paul an athlete, even though he's an entertainer, but let's just call him an athlete. Try to name all the athletes that has received as much hate and scrutiny as Jake Paul. So we got Floyd Mayweather, right? Okay. We got LeBron.
Okay.
We got Connor as of late, but not as much hate. Should he be in that? Do a lot of people?
I would put some hate on Connor. I mean, there's mad love though. It's more love, I think, with Connor than you would say hate.
Okay, we could throw Connor out there too.
Yeah,
that might be it. Anybody else?
First thing that came to mind was Mike Vick, but that was like off of that had nothing to do with his like.
Talking about like pure like you ain't do nothing, but you're a dick. Fuck you type shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I think you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's 4 people, right? So we got LeBron is arguably the best fighter. Best basketball player ever. We got Conor McGregor, first ballot Hall of Famer. We got Floyd Mayweather, maybe the best boxer of all fucking time. Okay. And then you got fucking Jake Paul. Okay. Follow me.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where you're going.
So my thing is, how the fuck can you hate him? Listen to this. So everyone's like, yo, like, fuck Jake Paul. He's a cocky bitch. Da-da-da. But y'all got to think about this. This is all entertainment. So I'm going to ask you, AJ.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
The whole life, you've been that guy, you know what I'm saying? You spoon-fed, you was fucking on Disney. You've been that guy. You got a hell of a following. And you're like, what the fuck am I about to do next? Right?
Right.
I'm trying to change the world. I'm trying to do something different. So if someone was to be like, yo, for the next 5 years, I want you to box. Right?
Mm-hmm.
4th year, I want you to start talking shit to anybody. Just start talking shit and see what happens.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
year 4, and they say this is the last thing they say. Year 4, year 5, you have a chance to win. I mean, make $100 million off a fight, right?
Yeah.
You do that.
When you put it like that, yeah.
So that's one thing. I don't get how people can hate a motherfucker if they would do the exact same shit. Jake Paul is not a fucking dick like that, but he's doing it for the money. It's all entertainment.
Okay. To combat that, rebuttal.
And I got more to say after that.
No, I know exactly. I see your point exactly.
Yeah.
Like when you put it like that, it's like, how can you hate somebody who's really like
only have one way to go? If he was quiet, he would not be making this much money. Keep going.
For sure, 100%. That hey, hitting the nail on the head on all of them. I think he was cocky like this though before the fighting too, wasn't it? Like nobody really liked the brothers, both of them, either one of them in their YouTube thing. Like they did a lot of stuff that was just.
We did not know who the fuck Logan Paul or Jake Paul was. We knew Logan Paul of the guy that recorded a dead person in China or something like that. That's all we know Logan Paul. We never even heard of Jake Paul.
True, but I'm saying if you come from that family and that's the first thing, say you get initiated into knowing who these Paul brothers is, and now you have to say, well, who are these people like? And you have to go do some research. And the first thing you see is dude is out here recording dead people. That's not a good.
Yeah.
That's not, yeah. So it's like off bat, nobody's gonna like you. So get that out the way. Then you come into a boxing world where I think everybody's forgetting, because even me, you get lost in the sauce with this entertainment part of like boxing. You have to sell these fights. Like for him to go to Showtime, he said it was the second most paid behind him and his brother Floyd.
Yeah.
There's promotion that comes between that. Like even when you're watching the fight and they're showing the background of it and they're like, the parents, it's all love. Like we understand it's a business, but the people that don't understand it or don't take it to go like another level and figure that out, all they see is, bro, he's being arrogant. He's doing this, he's doing that. And then you hear the backside of Woodley who's saying like, bro, you just jacking off the culture.
Yeah.
You're just doing all this wild stuff. And there's no rebuttal because he still has to feed into the entertainment. He still has to sell.
Yeah.
So yes, I don't think he's necessarily a dick. I think he is a little bit, but he can never show that other side because he has to sell. So he's stuck in the world. Yeah, he has to play the role.
At the end of the day, he's a fucking clown, but I fuck with him.
Yeah, so like the same way LeBron when he went to Miami, he was like, yo, y'all want a villain? I'm gonna be that guy. But everybody got to see LeBron's uprising of being like hometown hero. I'm doing it for the city. So you got to see a background where it was like, he's not really this dude, but
it's real and fake though. I got you though.
Yeah. We just see him playing this role. We've never seen Jake to play this role. It just seems like this is him.
Got it. That's how we introduced to him as a fuckboy, basically.
Yeah. So nobody knows if he's actually cool because all we've seen is him being a fuckboy.
Got you.
So like he came into the entertainment industry being this person that everyone hated.
To culture. We'll go with the culture or like the fighting community as far as being, because he's always. He hasn't always been a household name until I think he became a household name basically when he knocked out Nate Robinson. Yeah. But people that have heard of Jake Paul, they're probably like, no, he's been well known. I'm talking about the whole world. I'm talking about black, white, brown, Spanish people. I don't think everybody knew who the fuck he was.
No.
He was a white boy on Disney. For real. Last thing I want to say. Do you know how much pressure he had on him this past day?
Bro, I was nervous for him. And I wanted him to lose, but I was nervous. Bro, I didn't know him. I wanted him to lose, but I still felt pressure when he walked out like, yo, he really got to put the city on.
I said, yo, this is crazy.
You know what's crazy? Every time he has a fight, everyone wants him to lose, but he ends up winning. And then now he's gaining like people, not like in his future fights, people are probably going to go for him. They're starting to switch sides, you know?
Chappelle was there, bro. I was geeked. I was like, what the fuck is, go hit that motherfucker, Jay. Yo, I'm telling you, bro, if I was there, I was watching.
Bro, it was the same thing like the UFC fight a couple weeks ago when bro had the event in Houston. Normally it's in Vegas. He had the jump in Houston to fight. He was like, that would have made him the contender for the belt or whatever. He lost at home. So it was like, I just saw this happen to some black dude. He had a whole UFC event in Houston. He was like, I'm doing it for my hometown. He loses in front of his hometown, like gets knocked out. So I'm thinking like, yo, imagine like that times 10 because Jake out here really wilding.
And it was in his hometown, bro. And he was fighting a trained killer. That's another thing that people ain't thinking about. Bro, Tyron Woodley, low-key, was really supposed to whoop his ass. Exactly. I don't care if Big Ball
so frustrated
and all that stuff. This motherfucker was really supposed to bust his ass.
Is there any like leeway for
it being rigged?
No. I wouldn't say rigged. I would say Woodley being 39, Woodley not really being I know there's like is combat wrestling. I get that. But like, is there anything, does this make Jake a true boxer now? Because he beat
don't get it twisted. If he's a boxer, he's gonna get his ass.
That's what I'm saying. So much, it's like fake love. It's like fake love.
I'm not betting on that.
You beat a combat dude, but like get a real boxer in there.
Yeah, you stay with your UFC shit. Maybe 3 years the boxer. That nigga ain't ready for that.
Like say
Tyron Woodley low-key should have beat him.
Yes. Like say Gervonta Davis come out there. Like he really say, you know what? I'm gonna put it into this.
Ass. I want to stay on this, but we gotta keep it.
So Dom, you a stan is what I'm hearing now.
Fucking God.
He's a big fan.
But
big fan.
No bullshit. Like I have never bought like a LeBron shirt. Like, oh my God, LeBron. He's my favorite athlete. I low-key want to cop a Jake Paul shirt. Like,
that shit will go crazy.
That shit is lit. Like, bro, that's so much pressure, bro. And he fucking wins. Like,
I give him credit though. That's a lot. That's still a lot of pressure. And, like under the circumstances, hey, I give him credit. I still want to see him get knocked out though. I don't give him as much credit.
AJ just waiting for the day.
Oh yeah.
Next
fight.
And I'm gonna keep copping free fights